Good. We start that right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Valence League Day 1 of Division 4 tonight. I am Daydream, and I'm here with Honest, and we are here to cast Hentai Haven Academy versus Esports Wales Team Academy.
Yeah,
what do we
hello
think
everyone.
about the new split?
Yeah, it just started. It's a bit dodgy as per usual at the start of the split. A bunch of new teams, but here we have Esports Wales, who have been a team in VL for a while. Although the team we have here, which is their academy team, is new, and Hentai Haven Academy is a bunch of veterans of Div 4. So curious to see how it will how the game will look like, and are going into Champ Select.
And a big thing between this split and last split for Champ Select, as you will see on the stream right in the middle, is we're using something called Pro Comps, which as each team makes a pick, it will come up with which team has the advantage in the early game, the mid game, and the late game, and it also might suggest picks that one of the teams should choose in a situation. But they might not choose it. They might not choose it, and they might just go with what they want anyway. But that's a new thing we've got this split, and it does actually look really, really quite cool. I was looking at it just before the game, and it looks quite exciting.
Yeah, it definitely looks quite exciting. It's our new sponsor. We haven't used it before, so I'm curious to see how it works. We have been having some fun with it before the streams, before the split started. So yeah, we will look how it works out. And so far, we have bans from Esports Wales. Lux and Volibear are gone. Lux is a Une special. Volibear toaster straps, I believe. And on the other side, it's Kindred, Zoe, and Swain.
So one thing. So I think that I was looking through the op.ggs for both teams before, and the one thing I like, and the one thing I have noticed is Une on those enchanters. You just said Lux is one of their biggest picks, and seeing that Lux get banned and seeing the Volibear Zac get banned as well is two quite big bruisery tanky Motor Joe picks, and he does like to play, as I said, I looked at the op.gs, and he does like to play those sorts of tanks, those sorts of wet noodle fights in the top lane, but Zac obviously being a very, very good jungle banners, we might be seeing an enchanter pick in the bot lane.
Yeah, it's a Nami first pick for Une. Nothing surprising. Also, I'm curious if we'll see Lucian part with it, as Lucian is definitely something that Charmander has been known for. So I'm curious if it will be the infamous Nami-Lucian duo.
But you could also look for stuff like the Caitlyn Nami, with Caitlyn Nami also being a very, very strong very, very strong player, as the Lucian's actually picks on the red side. But going back to the Nami quickly, Caitlyn Nami is also very good because you've got the E, which gives that extra damage on the auto attack. So Caitlyn Nami is obviously a very, very good possibility. But separating Lucian and Nami, especially for the early game sort of combo, is quite key. As we might see a Yuumi come in, and
the cat is here. The cat, everyone's favorite support champion, is here. So I'm not sure about the Nami. About the Yuumi Lucian combo, because on the one hand, Lucian wants to play dominance in the early game, while Yuumi is more of a sit back and chill kind of champion. She can play aggressive in lane, but into Nami, Varus, I'm not sure. And also we have Sejuani, which is like a Division 4 stable pick, the good tank, teamfighter jungler.
So Lucian Nami in the bot lane I think is quite good, actually. As a bot lane, it's actually quite strong, because you're right. Lucian wants to dominate lane, Yuumi wants to just sit back and heal, but the Yuumi with the zoomies can also gap closed. So you got the gap closed with the zoomies, you got zoomies dash, and as you get in, use that light sling, you get the passive, and just start wailing on the damage as well. But you're right, on the counter, you've got Varus, Nami, and Sejuani, and as soon as Yuumi gets hit by that crowd control, that is 5 seconds that she cannot attach to a champion. Yeah. So that is going to be key. Any PCC that lands onto Yuumi, you can accept a dead cat.
Exactly, and on the other hand, the Nami CC landing on Yuumi, not the easiest, although Varus probably pretty good, and I'll probably want to see a cleanse in that bot lane versus Sejuani Varus.
I mean, right now I'd want to see a cleanse against all three of them in all honesty, but yeah, you're right. If I don't see a cleanse on the Lucian, I'll be extremely surprised.
And as you can see on your screen, dear Twitch chatters, we see what our ProComps tool is showing. So, in terms of scaling, it looks like blue team has a little bit of an advantage in the late game, while red team will look to accelerate in the mid game, which I personally quite agree. This is probably how the teams will look to play.
The level 6 is very much in favour of the red team right now. They have a wombo combo and a half. You've got Showstopper into Moonfall, and you have a lot of damage, and the Lucian comes in with the culling, with the Yuumi stuns, and that's a wombo combo and a half you're looking at there. Whereas on the other side, you've got non-committal engage coming up from the Varus, but you've also got quite hard commit, as well as a little bit of disengage from the Sejuani and the Nami as well. But I think these teams, it depends on who gets ahead quite early.
Yeah, definitely. But on the other hand, we see the Corki, which will be pretty hard to deal with for the team on the red side, as they don't have the best reach other than Diana. So they can definitely play a poke war with two chunky boys in the front line, the Sejuani and the Gragas, Nami keeping everyone topped off, and Varus with Corki just sending out the poke, and this Yuumi will have to play double time to keep everyone healthy. We'll have to play a little bit of an ambulance.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, the bot lane matchup early is going to be very. I think it's going to be quite red. I think it'd be more red side, because the Lucian's gonna want to push in, but on the counterpoint is they've also got to be very, very careful, because as soon as Sejuani sees they're pushing in, you said it's a staple pick. They're going to take their full advantage of that pushing red side as we get into this waiting for the spectator to lay out. But let's talk a little bit about the mid lane. They want to scale. Corki, Orianna, they want to vibe.
Definitely. Top lane is a bit of a snooze fest as well, although Zed can definitely do some damage in the early game, while Gragas is the standard neutralizer pick. Let's see predictions with channel points. Who do you guys prefer?
I would like another prediction. I want to see how many kills chat thinks there's going to be for the first game of Div 4.
Okay, I'm betting it will be 60 minimum.
Over under, right? I don't want to go under. I don't want to go under 60. But I'm gonna have to. I have full faith that the way Red Side's comp is made. The way Red Side's comp is made is a little bit front to back, but it's also just solo bolo dive in wombo combo. You got the Shockwave, Showstopper, Moonfall, culling, and the book. And as Yuumi opens the book and just force people to sleep.
Yeah, and funnily enough, if you look at our tool, it looks like it's quite even between the teams.
They don't account for players.
True. Yes, that tool doesn't account for players. Like looking at the class of the players, I would give advantage to HH Academy, a bit higher ranked, but also a bit more experienced in the fives in the Valence League. You have two people who have had the title in their hands in Division 4, which is Motor Joe and Yune. On the other hand, you have Charmander Nerd, who has been runner-up in Division 1 a while ago, so quite a bit higher than he's playing now. So yeah, definitely the experience is on the side of team HH Academy, but you can never count out the underdogs.
Indeed, I completely agree with you. Now, the pro comps show you a really, really nice graphic on the stream, but unfortunately it's quite zoomed in, so we can't all see it. It shows the comps quite nicely in their laning order, and as we hit the last 30 seconds, Let's quickly run through these matchups. I know we've already run through. Let's run through them lane by lane again. Set into Gragas early. You're right. Set is going to do so much damage. He's going to keep pummeling away at the Gragas until that W comes up and he gets a little bit more resistibility. What's the word? He resists a little bit more. The jungle matchup. I think Diana has the early advantage.
Yeah, Diana has definitely way faster clear than Sejuani.
Exactly. The mid lane, they're just going to want to vibe for a while until the jungler comes in, and the bot lane, I'm looking at Varus Nami to do a lot of poke in the early game, and Yuumi, like as you've said, to be an absolute ambulance trying to keep them alive. And that's my can of Coke finished.
Let's go. I'm currently in a bit of a black screen person.
I am.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah.
So am I. Yeah.
Let's look if there's anything spicy in terms of runes. First strike Varus. I'm not gonna lie. That's not something I've seen. Usually,
I haven't seen it either.
The poke Varus, you go Hell of Blades for the early trades. You can stack up your passive very fast.
I think even Comet, if you want the poke. I think even Comet Varus, you just go full quality Comet Varus. I haven't seen First Strike. I don't know. I'm not sure what build Charmander is going to go for here. I feel like it should be on hit if he's going First Strike, but actually no.
I have no idea. It should be probably a lethality, considering they're also playing with Corki. So I'm assuming it will be double poke from the marksman in the mid and bot lane. And on the other hand, Diana with little tempo. That's also not a staple, I believe.
It is not. It is either Conqueror or Electrocute, depending on the team composition. But Conqueror is a much stronger rune for Diana, because in those extended later game team fights with the Conqueror and the Protobot, she can sustain and do a lot of damage as well with her auto attacks as you get the 3.
Exactly. And we're looking to be in game in a second.
We are. We're going to play Dark Mode League of Legends today, guys.
Yep. Well.
So this is what happens if you don't like League of Legends and your eyes are hurting just a little bit. You could turn Dark Mode on.
It's okay. Small indie company. We can't complain.
Yeah, exactly. New map. Yep, new map indeed.
Yeah, you know how Riot keeps saying that they will not bring map skins? VL has them, as you can see.
It's part of like a secret project, you see. We have a dark mode. This is Nocturne mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the
This is the Nocturne reward.
Oh, just as I talk about Nocturne, this is just Lee's
point of view.
Amazing. Which way? How far?
I'm still stuck. Well, yeah, it's not happening for me. Can you stream maybe for me? Through Discord, and I'll just cast all that.
Oh man. First stream back, guys. First stream back. Also Riot. Alright.
Yeah, okay. I am fine. I'll just watch I'll watch through your POV.
Alright, let me... Alright, and after those technical difficulties, we are getting into Game 1 of Hentai Haven Academy and Esports Team Wales Academy as well.
And we see Boil Sardin with the best Corki skin. And there's like no discussion.
Oh, Doggo Corky! Yes!
Exactly. There's no discussion. You can't say there's a better.
Oh, no, honestly, best skin.
You can argue that it's the best skin in the game, in my opinion. But
there is an argument for that. I would actually like to put forward Star Guardian Rakan. I think it's personally my favorite skin in the game.
Yeah,
I think it's probably one of the best made skins, in all honesty.
Okay, let's look at the teams. Standard 5 point, nothing spicy, nothing special. Neither teams are looking for anything spicy. Probably, first game of the split. No one's looking to flip anything, which is a bit sad. I would like some flips in the early game.
Always your 60 kill.
Yeah, you gotta start early.
All right. As we see, Sejuani starting top side at the blue buff. Maybe looking to clear out blue side, come bot, go for the bottom sky, and then gank bot lane as well. Also, quick shout out to Britannia's mother, who's apparently watching the stream.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone saying hi to their moms in the old chat. And yeah, I'm not expecting that much happening in the very early game. Let's see how this Varus with first strike works out.
Indeed. As we start to see the little bit of poking coming in from Cheese Epic onto Motor Joe. That early damage from the set coming in early, as we talked about in the pre-game lobby.
Yeah, and Motor Joe feeling a little bit of pain in the very early stages of the laning phase. Throws some Qs and that's a stun hit, but yeah, I don't think much will happen in that lane.
Indeed, and Gragas going for the Moisture going for the much tankier Grasp of the Undying Gragas build rather than the whole thing where the bubble has come out from Unite onto the Lucian. Electrocute hasn't procced, but that's still quite a lot of damage as Cheese Epic hits Motor Joe as the W comes out from the set and
W flash clean. Yeah, the boys just decided to stand and hit each other, and Set will always win that with his passive.
It's a barrel versus fists. I don't know what he expected.
Yeah, exactly.
As we see a little bit of poke coming in for the first strike, but having to Valkyrie out away from Britannia.
Yeah, and Britannia doing a good job in the very early game.
As we see the dash coming away from the bubble from Nami, as Varus Nami pushing into that bot lane tower with the Lucian just getting healed up to about a third health.
Yeah, the Varus Nami definitely
and Yune gets the second kill. Gets Hentai Heaven's first kill onto MJ. What were you doing just standing there?
Yeah, definitely not respecting the early damage from Varus and Nami. Just not using any summoners from the side of Esports Wales and just getting punished really hard.
As we see just the top lane just vibing, they're just doing damage. As we see Diana now looking for a bit of an invade onto the blue side, but there's no camps there, Diana. Well, I don't know, not sure where you're trying to go.
Yeah, Diana about even, yeah, exactly, even in farm with Sejuani. Let's see if bottom text fan can get a bit ahead of the Sejuani in the later stages.
Now, I talked about, as we see a face reckon coming in from Cheese Epic, doing a little bit of damage as the W also comes in, but we were talking about how these mid laners just want to vibe. I'm looking at Corky's starting items. I see a Tear and I see a Cull. This Corky really does just want to vibe in this early game.
Yeah, this is a full vibe opener. The starting items, but yeah. And we will see first plate falling for HH Academies. They're really putting out some pressure in the early game.
Indeed, we see a little bit of poke coming in from Britannia with the command attack, command dissonance on to the Corky on the side of Hentai Haven Academy.
And yeah, even though Britannia has been winning the poke war in the mid lane, Corky is doing fine in CS, so all you want to see, because I believe Corky it's fair to say that Corki outscales Orianna
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to the late game stages.
Indeed. Yep.
Definitely in the poke war as well, which is what HH Academy is doing. And we have an answer for the Varus build, as we see the Serrated Dirk in the inventory of Charmander Nerd. I expected him to have a tier as well. That doesn't appear to be the case.
I wonder, are we going to get the Prowler's Claw, or are we going to go for the Eclipse? I'm not sure. I'm not completely sure what the Varus board is going to be right now.
I believe it should be Eclipse, but we'll see.
As we see Diana maybe looking to get a ganking onto the Corki in the mid lane, but she just walks away. Maybe Corki had a little bit of an idea that the Diana was coming along.
Also, Corki, pretty hard champion to gank with both Flash and Valkyrie up. So yeah, bottom text fan will just decide to dip back to their jungle, which is fine for Diana. You don't really need to do that much. The one matchup you definitely wanted to have ahead has gotten ahead on their own, which is the set.
Yeah.
Bot lane is bleeding out a little bit, so probably the bottom text fan will look to do something there.
As we see the piercing arrow just poke at the Lucian just a little bit more.
Yeah, and we see a lot of pain in the bot lane. Wave is pushing away from Esports Wales.
The Breaker coming in from Cheese Epic as he just starts punching as the W comes out from Cheese Epic, and that is quite a lot of damage. Going for the Conqueror, I've seen a lot more lethal tempo set builds, just because you could just get so much more poker, but I guess Conqueror really is still the staple, as we see Cheese Epic pushing into Motor Joe's top lane.
I believe not as strong in the early game right now, after the nerfs, after the changes I should say, is not as strong on the melee champions as it was before.
The Sejuani here, maybe looking for a lane gank. And MJ is still looking to push. Maybe trying to break that freeze bot lane, but Diana is here for the counter gang, as we see that she does have the Moonfall. But the
bubble.
As we see this already, and the Moonfall still lands onto 2 with Charmander Nerd, taking the damage with the auto attack, just coming in. Diana just wailing away, but Charmander Nerd takes too much damage, and Varus gets a double kill in the bottom lane. That is a complete and utter disaster for the bot lane of Esports Wales Academy, as they go down 3-0 in the bot lane.
Yeah, Coaster Trap being in the right place at the right time.
He doesn't even have level 6.
Yeah, it doesn't even have level 6, which is... I was surprising he would go for this play without having level 6, but yeah.
When I saw Diana with the level 6, I just thought, oh, they're dead. But then the Nami Yune coming out with a fantastic bubble to stop the Diana coming in with the Moonfall, and then Coaster Trap coming in.
This saved the play, definitely.
Yune, support appreciation time.
Exactly. And we see the Eclipse from Varus already at 9 minutes into the game.
Yeah, that's going to be a hell of a lot of damage, as well as a bit of a shield for when Lucian does eventually get that culling, as we see now with the Varus having the Chains of Corruption, and the Sejuani with the Glacial Prison now.
Also the Tidal Wave from Nami, so the ultimate combo in the bot lane, pretty scary.
Oh, Cheese Epic using the Showstopper to get the Gragas back, as the Explosive Class does come out.
Great cast from Joe. Saves the play as well.
Moonfall and Showstopper both used from the side of Esports Wales.
Yeah, it's also Flash Burnt from Cheese Epic.
Indeed, as the culling does come out from the Lucian, and
that's a comedy of errors. But
so the culling, so the Lucian dashed out of Nami.
It was
with the culling, and then the Chain of Corruption went wide, and then the Tidal Wave hit no one.
Yeah, those are all zoning abilities.
Yeah, zoning. As we see, we talked about the top gank before, and Cheese Epic did indeed use his flash there.
Yeah.
So it was a flash for flash.
Joe defending himself pretty well on the other side. HH Academy, getting the dragon, starting the scaling, and here is the package.
Well, the package does go in, and Bolsarding goes in and kills. Sorry, I was watching top lane for some reason because I thought something was going to happen. As we see the flash come in from the Sejuani, but the Yuumi is just surviving. Corki is now taking the tower as the Corki just survives on about 70 hit points.
Perfectly played dive.
Indeed, but what I was going to say about the top lane is Gragas is actually going full AP with his grasp. Well, not full AP, but he has got a lost chapter in his inventory right now, so he's going to do a lot of poke damage.
Yeah,
I don't think it synergizes great with
poke damage into sets. Not exactly the best idea in my opinion.
Indeed. As we see Coaster Trap going in, but the Moonfall coming down onto Coaster Jam as Bolsarding does TP and trying to
save the play, but
yeah.
I'm not sure what the idea was going in as a Sejuani without flash, without ultimate at like 100 HP, but the plates still go through for Esports Wales.
As we see, this is where Orianna really starts to do damage, stacking the tier with the lost chapter. There's going to be Corki's really going to have to pull off a shift if he's not going to die to Britannia, and Britannia does actually have Shockwave up right now, so there's a lot to watch out for in this mid lane now.
Yeah, Ball definitely has to be cautious, especially without the flash. And Shockwave can pull Corki out of his Valkyrie if he doesn't time it right.
As we see the belly bump come in onto Cheese Epic, but he just walks away. There's not a lot of damage there. What I would have wanted to see from the Gragas here is a Bramble, just a Bramble rush.
Oh, exactly. Bramble, Tabai. Two items set hates to play against.
See the Pouncing Arrow come out, does about 20% health
from the Lucian.
Indeed, as the Chains of Corruption's hit, and all just pure damage coming out from Charmander Nerd, and there's just taken down to about 25% HP. But that is the Chains of Corruption used as well as the book from Yuumi.
Yeah, let's see if Charmander Nerd can do some sniping.
It's coming in as the Sejuani ult comes out. The explosive cast brings him back in as the Conqueror stacks start to come out now. And Motojo just take a lot of damage. Jeez, Epic killing Sejuani, reversing that kill, and the Shockwave is still up for Britannia if they want to go for it. The Shockwave does come out, pulling him out of the belly bump, and Britannia takes the second kill. That's a 2-for-0 in the top lane in a fight that Hentai Haven Academy should have won, but the set survived long enough.
Okay, two things that we have to mention in that fight. The set ultimate from Cheese Epic to immune the Sejuani ultimate was pretty clutch. Then Waterjo with a really nice cask to dodge, to throw the set away so his W doesn't actually do damage. But then Britannia with the clutch TP flashing in to shield his top laner and then catches Waterjo with the Shockwave. That was a really nice play from the Esports.
As we see the Chain of Corruption comes out again and they're just going to do a lot of damage. The Tidal Wave also comes out, but Diana flashing forward trying to look for an ult. As we see, now we're at 14 minutes, the Unleashed Teleports come out for Gragas and Corki as well as the Britannia and Cheese Epic, but again, wasted ultimates in the bot lane, but also a very, very wasted flash coming out from Diana as she looks for a Moonfall engage. But Sejuani's looking here as well. There could be a 3v3 in this bot lane right now.
Yeah, bottom takes fun walking right past minions. I am not sure if they're aware that everyone saw them.
Alright, we're at 10 kills right now. 10 out of 60 for your prediction, by the way.
Oh yeah. We'll see how it goes.
I think, looking at the build that Gragas is going, I think we're looking at an Everfrost as the mythic item, as the Shockwave is still up again, but Corki is just taking so much poke right now with that Manamune stacking, that Cole now finished, and a long sword, whereas we're looking at a Luden's Echo on the side of the Orianna. A lot more damage on the side of Esports Team Wales in that mid lane.
Yeah, Orianna also having some EXP advantage after the Corki roams. So yeah, Britannia's doing definitely pretty well for themselves. In the mid lane also has some plates under the belt via the Herald from Diana. And Waterjo looking for a gank in the mid lane.
As we see Coaster Trap also running down. Does have that ultimate. can lock someone down. Now the question I'm looking for, I'm not really expecting people to go for like play the QSS tax, as we see Hentai Heaven Academy taking the second Drake, the Chemtech Drake, and we'll see what kind of a soul we're gonna get as the Flash Crane of Corruption comes out with the Yumi Ultimate 2 match. And it's an Inferno, so this is gonna get spicy, but
let's go.
But a flash used on the side of the virus, with the Lucian just running away. The only thing we got a flash for, as we see the Glacial Prison used on to Bowl Sardin, as the 3-man shockwave does come in, but the Closer cast brings back Britannia, but Cheats Epic is also here, brings in the Facebreaker. And the Showstopper as well used on the Sejuani, with the W coming in for that extra protection, but the belly bump also coming in from Motor Joe. Cheats Epic getting the Gragas as a return kill.
Yeah, definitely
and Cheats Epic going down in the end as the Culling comes out to break the wave. As we see the tower being taken down on the side of Hentai Heaven Academy, and Charmander Nerd goes on a killing spree after taking down the Yumi. But there's not enough damage for Lucian, as the Flash and the all summoners on the side of Esports Team Wars have gone now. Whew, as we see now, Hentai Haven Academy taking a 2.2k lead.
Yeah, while the bot lane for Esports Wales has not been doing well, top side of the map is doing a lot of work. Sadly, the trade didn't quite work out. But yeah. I think the top side can be what we are looking for Esports Wales to come back into the game.
So, just quickly, can we switch to... I'm going to quickly talk about the individual gold leads. We're looking at about 2k, almost 2k in favour of the set in the top lane. After all the damage he's been outputting and the item advantage that he does have, we would expect that. We're looking at about a 1k advantage in the gold lead, with the Corki being 4-0-1 now. He's got his Tiamat, he's got his Vamp Scepter, he's going to go in for his Ravenous Hydra. As we see, it's maybe a little bit of a skirmish, bit of an ARM in the middle lane as they try to get some wave priority. But the biggest lead, and a similar sort of lead in the top lane for the Virus against this Lucian in the bot lane. 3-0-4 against 0-3-0. It's no wonder we got 2 items versus the Mythic on the side of the Lucian. There is a lot of damage now on the side, on both sides. Either one could pop the other right now.
Yeah. Right now, the good old ARAM is starting, which
as the 2-man shot comes in with the cutting and the Yumi Ult 2 match. The Showstopper also coming in with the W coming against ability. The Facemaker coming in. The Moonfall. The explosive card coming out, stopping the Moonfall right there as we see Corki go unstoppable in a 3-for-2 trade in favour of Esports Team Wars. This is the scaling that you talked about. Lucian got a double kill in that fight. This is the scaling. Lucian's able to claw his way back into it.
Yeah, and another clutch shockwave from Britannia. This man doesn't miss, and we have a running set in the mid lane.
Set's running it down, I guess. Or is he running it up? I'm not too sure at this point. As the Corki picks up another kill, finishes off his Muramana, and now has his Sork shoes to boot. There is a lot of magic damage coming out from this Corki now.
Yeah, the standard poke build coming in from Bolsardin, which is gaining a lot of popularity in prop lane as well as solo queue. But yeah, we're looking at a little bit of an ARAM as I mentioned before. Yeah, I would say definitely in the ARAM scenario, HH with the poke has a bit of an advantage, unless they overstep and get caught by the Wombo combo from Esports Wales.
Indeed, Britannia does have that shockwave up again, as we see Gragas going to go push out the top lane, with Corki going to match the set. Now, Corki should have a range advantage into the set, if I just quickly look at it, but the red team Esports Wales have just summoned that second Herald to try and take down the bot lane, and Corki's just gonna give it a little tap, and the Herald's dead. As we see a little bit of a tango near the Dragon Pit. It is an Infernal Soul, so we are gonna get a spicy dragon fight. 25 seconds till Hentai Haven Academy could be on Soul Point, but the vision is all set up. The vision is set up from Neither of them have great vision. If I'm actually looking at this,
true. Yeah.
Neither of them have great vision right now. But we can see Cheese Epic with that. Well, we can see them clearing the wards in the.
Yeah, Esports Wales definitely has the mid prio, which is always important in the Dragon standoffs, and they have control over the river.
Indeed, as we now see them looking maybe for a flank, going down the bottom side through the tri-bush. Corki, key bit of information. Corki does have the package.
Yeah, that's always scary. Corki with the package can do a lot of damage.
Look at that damage coming out from the Corki from the ultimate. As we see the Sejuani, every single ult is on the table. As we see the Diana get tunked down. As we see, the ult coming out onto Britannia, and the Britannia does actually go down. And we see the Corki just do damage, just auto attack with the ult, and 6-0-4 now with the Everfrost coming out onto
the Yumi.
And it is a 5-4-0 in favour of Hentai Heaven Academy, and that went too quickly for me to cast it, so I am sorry, but that is now sole point in favour of Hentai Heaven Academy, and they get the Baron as well if they so choose to want to.
Yeah, and the Infernal Soul on Corki and Pogvarus is definitely a very scary prospect. I don't think the Yumi will be able to heal everyone up, especially that Yumi is going for the Ludens, which is damage build. Not a fan personally.
The Hillisang build, huh?
Yeah. But yeah, as we saw in the play, Britannia, the hero, this time looks for the shockwave again, oversteps, gets punished, and it means both the Drake and the Nashor for the team HH Academy, who are looking to be in the position to win this game.
Alright, you're right, Britannia stepped too far forward. Right, the Glacial Prison landed on Britannia, and everybody just wailed on that poor Oriana. The Corki just does so much damage now. You see it, the Ravenous Hydra, the Muramon, and now he's going for the Luden's Echo. There's going to be a lot of poke damage on this Corki, and even not just a lot of poke damage, a lot of sustained damage. He's going to have a lot of sustain with that Ravenous Hydra as well. So Corki's going to be a tough cookie to kill, especially with the Valk and his flash up.
Yeah, and even if the Corki is gone, you still have a 5-1-8 Varus.
Yeah.
So, and
as we see the Chains of Corruption does that, and the piercing arrow 50-0ing the Varus. This Lucian is not allowed to play, going 2-6-1 now, and Lucian does have a 3.2k individual gold lead as the Glacial Prison lands with the as the Moonfall comes in, fails the Nami bubbles, stopping the set from engaging. These Nami bubbles have been absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I can agree with that. The UNA showing a masterclass on Nami this game. Other than some missed tidal waves, but we don't talk about those.
The bot lane was a bit monker at the best of times. But no, this bot lane have been extremely clinical in the way they've played. And they've done it very, very well. As we see them marching down the mid lane.
Yeah,
they're marching used to maybe try and clear the wave. Doesn't do any damage. Lucian just doesn't do any damage. He's only 1.5 items.
Baroned up minions as well, not the easiest to kill.
As we see, the Chains of Corruption do come out onto the set. As we see just a little bit of disengage so they can get out. That's half health off the Oriana. This Varus hurts. The piercing arrow doing 50% HP damage onto the Oriana. Yeah, this isn't great for them.
Yeah, definitely. And we see Chemtech Petrifier coming in from Nami, Cyril's Grudge coming in for Charmander Nerd, Luden's Echo coming in as well, so
it's not looking great, I'll be honest.
Are in for some hurt from the side of HH Academy.
The other big key thing, we talked about that Diana being a very, very strong person, even in a very, very strong champion, even in the late game. Diana doesn't even have a mythic item, she only has the Nashor's Tooth. And she's going for the Zhonya's, it looks like. She's going Nashor's, Zhonya's, then Mythic. So she's quite far off her item spike.
Yeah, and
she needs that Pizza Belt to really have any impact, and the set's the only...
Yeah, but on the other hand, Set went for the Borg build, which is definitely fine in lane, but they are looking to teamfight, and that makes the set incredibly squishy.
Indeed. As we see, the Glacial Prison does land onto Britannia again, and he just gets popped by the this says by the Varus, but this is Ronnie takes the kill as we see the poke coming in from the Corki with those missile barrages. As we see the dash fall coming in from Coaster Trap and the tidal wave to follow. Diana's just trying to get out, but dodges just a little bit far away from the piercing arrow from Charmander Nerd. As we see the missile barrage do a lot of damage, and the piercing arrow almost takes out the Lucian. As we see Cheese Epic maybe trying to look for a flank. He's now leveled down on the Gragas after being so far ahead in lane. But Gragas now with the Fimble Winter, he is very tanky and he's got a lot of mana as well. So you can just spam abilities. As we see, 30 seconds till Infernal Soul for HHA. So if they want to do, they could just take their time, push in one more wave, and then go down for the Drake. They're not. There's a lot that's going to stop them from getting pushed. As we see the Chain of Corruption go wide. Sorry, Honest.
No worries. Yeah, Esports Wales gotta play dodgeball at this point, pretty much. And look for an engage, which is not easy into, as we said, Corki. Sejuani is looking to play a Vanguard for their team, looking to protect them. And now, I'm not sure what Esports Wales can do at this point.
Alright, this is where they take the inhib and go for Infernal Drake, right? Come on.
Exactly.
Okay, thank God. For some reason I thought they were just going to try and push.
Yeah, they could have definitely moved to the mid lane a bit quicker, but...
Oh, they're going to look to contest this one as we see Gragas TP. As we see the Gragas TP, and the Showstopper comes in. And a lot of damage comes out, but he just gets bursted down. There's just no damage that he can do. Diana does not have enough damage right now. As we see Britannia does get the Corki kill for his first death, but that is a 5-for-1. They lose the Corki, they get the ace, and now they get the game.
Yeah,
with 35 seconds death times across the board, this is surely game 1.
It's definitely game 1. At this point you can see the wave in the bot lane hitting the Nexus towers already. Yeah, it was an unfortunate event. Britannia sadly sombreroed the shockwave. I think that Diana died a bit too fast in that fight.
Fine, we got Yuumi 1v5. Here we go, 1v4 Yuumi. Let's go, it's Luden's Yuumi. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, the Chaos of Corruption come out again as we get a little bit of a slow. The Moonfall is not there though. We see a kill from the Lucian, but the piercing arrow comes out and she does so much damage. If you see game 1 going to Hentai Heaven Academy.
Yeah, Hentai Heaven showing a lot of lane dominance in the bot lane, and that was something I was expecting from them. With their Nami Varus in the bot lane.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you said it beforehand. You did say it before. Hang on. What I do want to check though. 20. Oh, there was only 39 kills.
Yeah, I was wrong. Yeah, 39. Yeah.
I won that one. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the damage charts right now. Varus did 30k damage. Poke Varus did poke. Poke Varus poke.
Yeah, definitely. The second was Corki, I assume.
Yeah, next one was Corki, then it was Set. But the thing was, you're right about the Set. The Set Gragas, the Set's build was really, really good in lane because you could basically just wail on the Gragas. But then Gragas got Everfrost, Gragas got Fimble Winter. We all know has a tank. Fimble Winter is very, very strong. And the Corki and the Varus got two ahead too early. The Corki was actually behind. I think we mentioned this. Corki was behind for a while because the Orianna just kept pushing waves in. But the Corki just scaled and just started to get kills and just snowballed out of control.
Yeah, definitely we have to applaud the top side from Esports Wales. They pulled off some nice combos. I think Britannia has been the shining light on the team. Sadly, wasn't enough because the bot lane diff was a bit too much, I think, to handle. But we will see if maybe they need to draft a bit stronger bot lane, or maybe actually just gank it a bit more.
I don't think the bot lane. I don't think the bot lane is that bad because Lucian counters Varus. I think
we saw that in this game.
Yeah. I think you put Lucian. I think you put Lucian in with something like a Braum, a Leona, maybe even a Nautilus. Definitely. It goes better. But you put it in with a Yuumi, and we said it before. Yuumi wants to play ambulance. Yuumi wants to play. I want to jump on you and I want to save you. Whereas if you go in with Braum, you've got I hit you once, Lucian hits me 3 times, you die because of the concussive blows. You didn't have that sort of like a committal engage. I think you want to go all in on an enchanter sort of bot lane. You want to be able to hit them, and you want to hit them hard because you kill the enchanter, especially if it's a sustained enchanter, and then you've got the AD carry dead to rights because they can't heal themselves.
Yeah, exactly. So we will see what the adjustments will be from Esports Wales. Sorry, I think there was, like as we said, there was some shining lights. Maybe they need to go for more of an engagey bot lane. And I'm not sure if the Lucian was just a denial pick or if it was something they actually felt comfortable playing.
Yeah.
So Esports Wales, just pick your comfort in the bot lane. Just
play what you're good. Play what you know to play properly. Play the bot lane. You can like synergize very, very well because it looks like Charmander Nerd and Yune. Also taking chances off Yune. If you can get one or two,
ban all of them.
just get rid of all of them because you force Yune onto something they're not comfortable with.
Yeah. Also, I agree that maybe going full AP on the Yuumi was not the play.
No. You go.
When you were playing full ambulance with the healing items, the redemption. Maybe actually Mikhail's in this game would have been a good pickup, but yeah.
I mean, you go. What's the healing item called? I can't actually remember. Moonstone Renewal. You go Moonstone Renewal, or even Shurelya's. Give him even more healing. Even with the Putrefier, you can still heal a little bit because there was not much healing coming in after the Nami bought the Putrefier. But anyway, that was game 1 going to Hentai Haven Academy. And when we come back from the break, we'll go into game 2 and hope that Esports Wales find a way to counter this bot lane. Because everywhere else was going okay for them, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. So, see ya in a minute. Hello, and we are back in official Valence League Season 1 2020 Division 4. First game of the split. Quick update on the scores from the other series. Currently, Team OS is 0-1 to Prime Zenith. IPL Orti Short is losing to Eclipse Orbit, and needlessly large odds and are 1-0 up versus Cheesy Garlic Bread Mafia. Also, a quick shout out about our sponsor, once again, Procoms. You can check them out. The links are in announcements in VL. This is the draft tool we are using currently on stream, or will be using in a second. And Select is on the way. We so far see the same three bans. Kindred and Zoe from HH. Lux, Zach from the side of Esports Wales. Let's see if we see any adaptation in these in the picks and bans. So why not?
Well, I'm expecting. I want to see Esports. I want to see Esports Wales draft a little bit more engaged in the bot lane, especially if we're going to look at some stuff like, especially if they're going to go if Hentai Heaven Academy is going to go for something similar to what they did last time. But the virus ban does come out, taking it away from Charmander Nerd. They got bored of the arrows and didn't want to face them anymore, so they took it away. As we see the Yuumi hover, I don't know if they're just memeing. I hope it's not a Yuumi first pick.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely takes some laning power away from Yuna and Charmander Nerd, so that's something that might help Esports Wales do a bit better in the bot lane. No, it's going to be the Nami once again.
First pick now, what do you do here if you're Esports Wales? Do you take away the Lucian again, knowing how it went last time, or do you just firm the, or do you just put up with the Lucian Nami lane and pick something just to farm and get in like an Ezreal Braum or something like that?
Yeah, that's one thing you can do. Maybe you can chuck a Leona on top of the Nami, so she doesn't have an easy time. And we see Kaisa Corki as well.
The Kaisa, yeah.
It's gonna be Corki takeaway and Kaisa picked, so that's definitely gonna be an engagey bot lane on the side of Esports, whereas Kaisa works best with engaged supports.
A lot of mobility in those first two picks as well, because you've got the Eve and the Kaisa, you've got the Val, because we see the Volibear come out, and the Volibear was a ban this time, and the Volibear can be flexed top or jungle, as we see the Lucian coming up for Charmander, and this is something we would have expected if it wasn't picked up by the side of Esports Wales. We see the Lucian Nami bot lane with a Volibear to come in and bop it to stun it.
Yeah, and so far we see Lucian Nami Volibear. That's definitely saying that Hentai Haven Academy are looking to dominate the early game, show up their laning prowess. They have to do well early game, because in the later stages, Kaisa and Corki will scale really well. So you gotta look to avoid that. So they definitely don't want to go into a late game.
So looking at the pro comps charts that we see right now, we're looking to see that early, we said it, early, we've got the Lucian Nami dominance. But later, the Corki Kaisa, the set now as well, that scaling that you get from those two with the tankiness of the set, as well as you get, hopefully builds a bruiser this time and doesn't go bork, maybe build a little bit more for team fighting rather than the 1v1 duel in the top lane. But we see the red line gets bigger, the red line goes higher as they get later on in the game, so they want to look to stifle that as early as possible, as the Fizz ban comes out as the last ban for Esports players, as we see the Diana come out for Hentai Heaven as their last ban.
Yeah, Esports Wales definitely wants to pick some engage in support. I would like to see either a Nautilus or a Leona.
Yes.
Nautilus definitely pairs well with Kaisa. That's like a tried and true combo of those two champions.
Even a Braum.
It's going to be a Morgana, actually.
No, Morgana's not too bad, actually.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Not the best either.
No, it's not.
Up with Kaisa, but we'll see.
It's sort of like handshaking support at this point again, as we see an Echo come out As we see an Echo come out, 4 bolts hard in the mid lane as we see into that Corki.
And Shen for Motor Joe, which is like his pick in the top lane. He loves his Shen. We'll see.
I like this Shen pick. We'll talk about it once we see what gets picked as the jungler for Esports Team Wales.
It's gonna be the Lilia. Oh, never mind. It's Rek'Sai.
Ooh.
So looking to match a little bit in the early game with the pressure of the Volibear. We'll see how if bottom text fan will be able to put in some work in the early game. So both teams, as we see, the scaling dropped off with the picks of the red side team. With the Rek'Sai and the Morgana, not as much of late game champions. So both teams are looking for some lane dominance, for some ganks. So we should see a bit more action in those games.
I am looking at this bot lane to be extremely volatile because I think it can actually go any way, depending on what form of CC lands first. In all honesty, if the bubble lands first, Lucian Nami went, but I think early game Lucian Nami will have the push on this Lucian Morgana on this
Kai'Sa Morgana.
Yeah, with this Kai'Sa Morgana. But the Black Shield will be very useful when the Morgana gets it for the Volibear. For when the Volibear comes down to gank and just smash down on them. But looking at the blue side comp, I really, really like this comp. Because what I see is there are a lot of fail safes in this comp, right?
Yeah, definitely.
If the top three, if Shen, right, if the Volibear or the Echo decide to fully go in, decide to fully try and solo bolo it, what I'm looking at is you see the Chrono Break, you see the ult from the Volibear be able to get them out into the range of a sustain, and then the Shen with the Stand United can layer that on top and taunt a lot of them. So they have a lot of options for a multi-engage there, I think. Looking on the other side, however, I see a lot of poke. I see a lot of poke and I see a lot of sustain damage. I see the poke from the Morgana and the Corki. I count Morgana as a poke champ.
Might also be the poke Kai'Sa, the build that has been pretty strong in...
Oh, is this the AP build?
Exactly, it might be. I'm not sure yet.
We'll have to see what they run. It's horrible. I played it the other night with a friend of mine, and it was absolutely horrible in the sense that she got so fed. She did so much damage.
Yeah, it's
the W. She just spams W.
Yeah. Because with the latest changes and with current Kai'Sa build, she can proc her passive with double W.
Yeah,
which wasn't the case before the buffs, I believe so. So that's like, as you're saying, that's really annoying build.
It's ridiculous. She didn't ult once offensively.
Yeah,
she never ulted once. I'm like, oh man, come on.
Also, I'm curious if we're gonna see the classic combo of Shen ulting the Echo and then Echo ulting out.
Yeah.
With Shen just okay, I arrived. I'm in the back line for some reason.
Hello there.
Yeah, so, but the name of the game is probably going to be the bot lane, as you have said before. Shen doesn't really care about his lane that much. He's going to ult down there. Volibear probably going to look for some dives in the bot lane with the Stormbreaker.
No TP before 14, I beg to differ, Stand United.
Exactly.
So that 2v2 can turn into a 3v2 very, very easily in that bot lane if the Shen has his ult up. So we'll have to look at where Shen decides to ult first. But 5 seconds before we actually get into the pre-game, and we'll have to see what happens. It's a bot-centric game. If Lucian can get ahead, I think Hentai Haven snowball hard.
Yeah, and definitely we've seen how good in lane the Hentai Haven bot lane can be. And they've shown some dominance, so that's definitely a solid game plan from HH Academy. Let's look at the runes. I don't see anything very different than usual.
The glacial augment. Quite popular right now. Glacial augment is very. I think the biggest thing about glacial augment Morgana is the fact that you get the damage reduction as well as the slow, and then that's actually very, very huge. Is why supports such as as Morgana, such as Thresh, are building it. Oh, should we go to 10? Sorry.
Yes, stop at 10.
I completely forgot about that. I just started talking. It's why the supports like like Leona, Thresh, why the big engage supports are building it, because when they get in, they can reduce the damage as soon as they land that piece of CC. And I think it's the same here as well.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
We're synced. We're in game. Oh, that's a cute Rek'Sai skin.
That is a very cool crew. Right. So. Alright, I might have caster bias now because Corki doesn't have Corgo Corki.
Oh yeah. That's...
Britannia, you've screwed it. Ah, man. You've done bad.
It's still a cool Corki skin.
It's the firecracker one.
Yeah, it shoots fireworks.
It's very cool. As we see the ward go in and the pixel brush in the river. Trying to dissuade an invade from the Echo.
Once again, no flips whatsoever. Once again, I'm disappointed. You have
We didn't do our kill predict. We didn't do our kill predict.
Okay, last time it was, I was set above 60.
We had 39 kills last game.
Okay, it's definitely above 40 this game.
Oh yeah, with the comps that they have, these are like bonobo comps. They want to go in.
Okay, above or below 50?
I'm still gonna go below.
Below, okay, I'm gonna go above. Let's see how it goes.
We got Hi Mom from Britannia. Hello, Britannia's mother. I hope you're proud of your son or daughter. Yeah. Now, in the mid lane though, Echo Corki is gonna have the advantage, as we see the start with the Gatling gun, but Corki's obviously gonna have the advantage due to range. So Echo's really gonna have to try and pick when he goes in for the farm, because otherwise he's just gonna get poked out quite a lot.
Yeah, on the other hand, Echo can just play his very interactive playstyle of just spamming Q on the wave, backing off, spamming Q on the wave.
Yeah. As we see again, the set is going to do a lot of damage in the early game as the facebreaker does come in. And they're just going to fight level 1. The set does more damage as he procs the Conqueror, as he just keeps punching away. Let's see if MJ has learned his lesson and not walking into Nami bubbles. That'd be quite nice.
A bit harder on the Kai'Sa as she doesn't have a dash. But that's the level 2.
As we see, the level 2 come out first, as we see so much damage going onto sample text fan with the electric coming out as well from the Nami. As we see a little bit of trading in the top lane, it's quite nice now. The level 2 coming out from Motojo means that he gets a little bit more damage.
Also the Spirit's Refuge. Quite good against Seth, who wants to punch you out.
As we see the walk up again coming up from the Morgana with the Light Slinger double auto attack, doing a lot of damage at this early level.
Yeah, the Facebreaker missed, and
as we see the Volley Bear coming up into the top lane, he's going to be looking for the stun now as the wave is pushing. Coaster Trap does land the stun as we see the flash attack get procced by Coaster Trap, and the flash comes out from Motojo, and the first blood comes out for Coaster Trap as we see bottom text fan actually going in for. As we see Coaster Trap go, as we see the bottom lane have something happening in the bottom lane, but nothing happens as the stun is as the reach is tanked by Charmander Nerd as Yune manages to flash out of here. As we see a little bit more fighting in the bot lane, as we see the electrocute being propped onto Britannia and being taken down to about 40% HP.
Action all over the bottom text fan traded his flash for the Nami flash, and that kinda feels bad as a Rek'Sai when you use your flash and don't get a kill. Sure, he can come back there, but as Rek'Sai, you definitely want to, whenever you flash, you definitely want to trade for a kill.
Oh, will the Shen go? As we see, the Light Slinger cover with the piercing, and the doubles coming up, and Charmander not getting the kill as the exhaust comes out from Sample Text Fan, not doing enough damage, but it's a 1-for-1 trade as MJ gets it, and we see a little bit of fighting in the top lane as Coaster Trap gets the kill on 2 the set, we saw the power of the Volibear as soon as he gets those 5 auto attacks and the passive is procced. But Moto Joe doing a fantastic job of just soaking up a lot of damage as we see Cheese Epic go down for a second time in the top lane. Volibear now 2-0, but a 1-for-1 in the bot lane.
Yeah, that's definitely something you want to see as an Esports World fan. The bot lane that was struggling this time, getting a kill back, and Kai'Sa gets to push the wave for free. Should be ahead in XP now, although I'm not sure if she can push it fast enough. Yeah, Charmander will catch this wave, but you could see, I think that was a little bit of a misplay from Hentai Haven Academy.
The Umbaro maybe coming out from bottom tech fan onto Moto Joe. Yes, the knockup coming out as we see the Spirit Special being used. The stun does come out from... The pullback does come out from Cheese Epic, but nothing's doing. The Shen could just take a lot of damage. He's got the cloth armor and the Ruby Crystal now. He's a slightly tankier. So we'll have to see what happens now as we see the Volibear maybe looking to go and find a Morgana.
Yeah, there's action all over the board. I don't get to talk at all because
maybe looking to go in and regank, looking for another Umbaro onto Moto Joe. As we see the taunt does actually go in. Shen does a lot of damage if the slow does come out. As we see the auto attacks come in, it's not a Conqueror Rek'Sai. It is a Halo Blaze Rek'Sai, so it's only really good at the start of a fight. There's not a lot of sustain coming in later on in the fight, so the Shen could just walk away with over 50% health.
Also, bottom text, Han sadly chomped a minion with his E. And Anti-Haven Academy sees Rek'Sai on the top side, says, okay, we'll take the Drake. So that's gonna be a Mountain Dragon for Anti-Haven Academy.
As we see the flash coming out from Britannia, having to get away from the dash forward. As we see the flash come out from Volksarden, and the Echo gets a kill onto Britannia, the hero of last game. Britannia going down. And a kill going over to the Echo. This is not going to be fun for the Corgi now, as the Echo can now TP back to lane with maybe a lost, not a lost chapter, but like
Hextech
Alternator. Yeah. That's the one. And Shen does have the stand united now, so if anybody does decide to go in, there will be a Shen following very close by. As we see the bubble land, and we see a piercing light and a light singer coming forward for 4 other auto attacks. But we talked about what build was the Kai'Sa going for. I believe Kai'Sa is going for that standard build.
Yeah, that's the AP build. Yeah. Kai'Sa has.
Oh no, Kai'Sa has. Sorry, I was looking at Lucian.
Yeah, no worries.
Kai'Sa has Caulfield's Warhammer.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the Manamune into full AP. So the poke build once again.
Where does the AD come from? Because for the upgrades, or does she just upgrade W and that's it? As you see Rek'Sai,
she upgrades Q when the Manamune.
Oh, as we see Rek'Sai coming down, maybe looking for Umbaro, but the bubble coming out from Uni. Uni's bubbles have been so good this game, as we see a little bit of damage, as we see about 55% damage coming on to Britannia again. Oh, Coaster Trap. Britannia don't push, as we see the ult come out.
From the Coaster Trap. You're definitely gonna take it as Corki.
That was an interesting ult.
Yeah.
As we see Cheese Epic. Cheese Epic can't do as much damage anymore because the Shen is just gonna put his big shield around him. He's not gonna take a lot of damage.
Exactly, and Coaster Trap is looking for the Rift Herald without having Prio in the top lane, so not the best idea. Just gonna back off.
As we see the set maybe move into that red side, into the blue side jungle of Coaster Trap.
Yeah, and once again bot lane having quite a bit of a farm advantage on the side of HH Academy. Even though Charmander Nerd has fallen before in the 2v2, he's keeping up his CS ahead from the Kai'Sa.
Indeed. I mean, Volibear's got 2 kills up. You can see how far ahead in items he is.
But we see Britannia with the package coming, looking at the bot lane.
Looking for the bot lane dive. They do take this, as we see the package completely whiff, as we see the Shen does come in as the culling goes forward, but that's a stand united used for not much.
Yeah, I think Joe was a bit too trigger happy on this. stand united. I don't think Charmander, Nurter, and Yune were really in danger. But, oh, that's a wraparound.
As we see the Sun Flash coming in from Motor Joe. The step forward coming out from Charmander Nerd. With the flash forward coming out from Charmander Nerd. As we see Motor Joe taking down Stample, Text, Fan. And the Rek'Sai just had to walk through. The Rek'Sai couldn't do anything. As we see the four men of Hentai Haven Academy in the bot lane. But they might be looking for a dive here. As we see Britannia taking out the control ward.
They don't have the Volibear ultimate, and the Shen ultimate has been used as well, so maybe diving is not the best idea. Oh, and Britannia secures the blue buff.
As we see the Umbara coming out from bottom Text Fan, but bottom Text Fan gets bubble, and Yune takes the kill onto bottom Text Fan. Very, very nice. Yune, I bow to the power of your bubbles.
Yeah, Yune, as we said again.
As we see the damage coming out from Britannia as well, that's 55% health taken away in just 3 auto attacks and an electrocute proc.
Yeah, a lot of Corgis, for example in LCK or in LAC, go for the Hex Drinker first into the matchups such as Syndra, Echo, etc. Just like heavy AP champions that will dive on top of you to just have a little bit of a safety. Britannia is a chat. He says, I don't need any magic resistance versus you. Has been punished for it, but yeah, we'll see how it works out.
I mean, you talk about the LEC, the LCK, they have nothing compared to the VL. VL Div 4 is where it's at. As we see the showstopper coming in from Cheese Epic, and he's taking tower shot after tower shot after tower shot, and it's moving, go away direct to camera, but Cheese Epic does taste again. And is he going to be able to bop him some more? He is not going to be able to bop him some more, as we see Motor Joe walk away from a lot of damage from Cheese Epic. As we see the Gale Force coming out from Charmander now, and the culling as well to follow. But Kai'Sa manages to walk away, as we see Tormented, a little bit of Tormented Soul come out from the Morgana just to dissuade them a little.
Yeah, and Motor Joe will just TP back to top lane. I'm not sure about this taunt. But yeah, it just activates Spirit Refuge. Exactly, but just activates Spirit Refuge and the set does 0 damage.
What soul do we have this game? Cloud Soul! Oh, yes. That is a lot of damage coming out from Motor Joe as we see the taunt Spirit Refuge come in. As we see this mid lane pushing in Echo without mana right now, so he can't really fight. We see the Alternator, we see the Sheen. As we see Motor Joe just getting those Grasp Auto attacks off onto Cheese Epic, doing a lot of damage to him. As we see the plated skill caps come in this time on to Motor Joe.
Yeah.
The step forward coming out from Charmander Nerd. As we see the Electrocute and the Tidal Wave also coming out to follow it, but they managed to walk out just in time. Electrocute Nami with so much value in this bot lane as we see the Glacial proc onto Yune after getting hit by the root from Morgana.
So yeah, the pain in the bot lane continues and is not looking to stop with Coaster Trap being around. So I think it will just be played.
Difference. As we see the step forward coming up from Charmander with the Light Stinger, and we see the kill done. Oh, the Stand United coming out from Motor Joe to stop the turret from killing Charmander. But I think he got out just in time. But it was a good secure of life right there, I think. There's a lot of protection on this. They have a lot of pick, a lot of protection on this team. And we're seeing the pick, we're seeing the protection, and this comp is being executed fantastically.
And Joe, being a true homie, not letting his AD carry die, he will say, I'll give up my wave, I don't care, I'll give up my plates, just for the Lucian to stay safe.
As we see the engage coming out and the flash having to come out, but the chrono shift. The chrono break having to come out from the the chrono break coming out from the Echo to just let him survive for a little bit longer. As we see 15 seconds, as we see the turret be turned off, but not much more being done. As we see 5 plates taken in the bot lane, 5 team plates taken in the top lane, both lane tier 1s going down. As we see
the Echo coming in.
As we see Echo coming in onto The set not being able to do much as Rift Tower gets a charge onto the tier 2 towers, and as we all know, tier 2 towers are worth 800 gold, a lot more than tier 1 towers.
Yeah, personally not sure if Joe just chilling in the bot lane taking the plate money was the best, because H8 shared.
And we see a fight breaking out as the stun comes out from Coaster Trap. The execute coming out from the Rek'Sai, and Echo takes his second kill, maybe looking to back for his mythic here as Unleash teleports up again. Again, this is a new thing for this season. I don't know if I need to keep repeating it, but it's a very key thing now because they can, as we see the Culling come out, a lot of damage. They can teleport to minions and wards now, because before pre-14 minutes, they are no longer able to.
Not, yeah. What I was saying was HH is a nice collective. They just stayed in the bot lane, shared all the plate gold between 4 people, and Cheese Epic is a little bit of a selfish boy. Took all the plates for himself.
As we see the running coming in, but Cheese Epic gets... as we see the ult! Oh! Charmander does a lot of damage. All it takes is a light slinger, double auto attack, piercing light, double auto attack, dead. It's a lot of damage.
This Lucian is doing work, so Charmander has just been on fire this series with his partner in the bot lane, Yune.
As we see the summon the Illuminati for Britannia copy pasta coming in on Twitch chat. Give your energy to him. He needs the spirit bomb. His mum's watching as well, they can't do this to him. Keep fighting, Britannia.
Yeah, this game, I'm not gonna lie, is looking way worse for Esports West. So let's see.
As we see the facebreaker coming in from Chief Epic, but there's no time to protect him this time. As we see the showstopper does come out now. Conqueror is procced, and Cheese Epic is going to keep going. Flashes away. Oh, and the flash goes the wrong way for Cheese Epic. As we see Motor Joe carries on running away using that Cloud Rift. As we see Yune kill bottom text fan. I missed that completely following that top lane fight. But Yune doing a lot of damage, that electrocute doing some work as well. As we see the culling does come out. The set coming in. Charmander Nerd does get taken. But the 2-man tidal wave comes in. And Yune goes on a killing spree. 3-0-4. As we see them now going to start auto attacking this mid lane tier 1 turret. Shen just wants the vibe. Shen wants the vibe. He wants the farm. Give him the side lane. He's got TP. They've got 3 TPs on their team if you think about it. You got Echo TP, you got Shen TP, and Stand United.
Coaster Trap just taking the Drake, putting them at soul point. So definitely not as scary of a soul this time.
Oh, as we see Balls Harding going in, the tower does get turned off as Lucian kills the Rek'Sai. The Morgana ult does come out, taking tower shots as we see Balls Harding go onto a killing spree. The Valkyrie does come out, the stopwatch as well, but we see Cheese Epic maybe going in. Balls Harding doesn't have the chrono break anymore. And he goes down to the tower. The Corki does get a shutdown onto the Echo, which is a much needed gold into the Corki's pocket. The bubble does come out, landing onto the set, saving Charmander Nerd right there.
Yeah, HH a bit over diving the tower, but at this point they're kind of slamming Esports West with their pocket.
As we see the shake coming in with the taunt, Cheese Epic taking a lot of damage. But the showstopper does come out and the tails the Nami. As we see Britannia does teleport in, but only with the Mana Mune. Britannia doesn't do a lot of damage right now. He's just got Mirror Mana, just as I said it, but that's still not a lot of damage. There is no mythic there, whereas you've got the Echo sat there on 1 and 2/3 items right now. Ooh, Yuno's playing an absolute worldly of a game right now.
That's a couple shutdowns given up by HH. So let's see if Esports West will be able to do anything for it. And the Motor Joe finally falls as well.
Indeed.
So HH kind of overreaching at the moment, getting caught by the CC from Esports Wales. But let's see if Esports Wales will be able to do anything with these shutdowns. They have closed the gold gap a little bit. It's only 2.7k at this point.
Yeah,
but you got to say, a lot of this gold was actually on Yune. And Nami is not necessarily someone you want to have the gold on.
Indeed, as we see the step forward coming out from Charmander Nerd, as Yune gets another kill from Charmander Nerd. Yune. You remind me of me when I play support. As we see bottom text fan still coaster trap. As Motojo taunts in, takes a kill, 2-1 and 2 for Motojo, and Rek'Sai just has to run away. Is the Light Slinger here for it? The Light Slinger is not there as Baron is spawning in 10 seconds. Are they going to go for the 20-minute Baron? Is it the burger flip?
I don't think they quite have the damage at the moment, as their only consistent damage source is the Lucian, who's not known for shedding Barons.
One thing I will say is they're putting on a really good defense of their mid tower.
Yeah, we're having the good old Aram in the Division 4, as per usual. This is something we're all used for. This is something we're all here for.
Let's check back in with the Kai'Sa build quickly.
Yeah, that's the serrated dirk you get for the
Collector?
No, you generally get the dirk and then sell it. But what you do is you get the dirk first for the lane power. But they did it quite in the opposite order, because you usually get like the dirk
Britannia does have package,
and then get Manamune.
Well, Britannia did have package. F. Britannia lost package. As they don't actually pick up the ward. Sample text fan walking into a bubble as they didn't pick up the ward right at the bottom of the brush. As we see the culling does come out, the tidal wave to follow onto the Kai'Sa, and the Kai'Sa is just dead as we see the Stand United come out from Motojo as Charmander Nerd goes onto the rampage as we see another bubble land onto the Rek'Sai. The Rek'Sai using the ult to execute, but finding nothing. The Halo Blades Rek'Sai in this mid game not doing as much damage as she would like as we see the root land onto Yune.
Rek'Sai also with the Prowler's Glow, so when this champion goes in, it either kills someone or dies, and considering he's 1-5-1, he's usually gonna die himself. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the Rek'Sai personally. So
lethality, I've just noticed the Prowler's Claw. Lethality Rek'Sai into Shen Volibear.
Yep. And sadly, he also didn't find as much as you would want from the Rek'Sai in the early game.
But the other thing is, Cheese Epic is going for this dueling 1v1 build again, as we see Dragon Soul is now up. The Chrono Break did have to be used, and Charmander not having to Light Singer out of the way. As we see the tidal wave come out onto 4 of them, as we see Cheese starting to output the damage now, goes dominating, as we see them just turn onto the Dragon. What a tidal wave from Yune. Knocks up 4 of them, as we see Motojo just zone them out of the way. Yune, what an absolute game you're having right now, my friend.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And Cheese Epic, gotta give it to the man. He's trying his best to at least find something in those fights, but his carries just can't
the
follow
coming out from Charmander is just dead. There is so much damage right now. You've got the Gale Force, you got the Essence Reaver, and you've got the first part. You got the Armor Pain coming in now as we see the march down the mid lane, but it's being dissuaded as they're gonna go maybe turn for Baron. The Chrono Break is back up for the Echoes. We see the Stand United back up as well, and the Tidal Wave. It is absolutely insane the way these guys are playing. Tidal Wave is on a 53-second cooldown right now, so under every minute there is a Tidal Wave that can be brought down upon the Team's Esports Academy. As we see, they're gonna try and go for Paul Sardin, but he just walks away.
Yeah, you know how they used to say, never chase Singed? You kinda shouldn't do that with Echo either. He'll just slow you down, speed himself up, ult out, so yeah, not much you can do. There's one thing added this season that esports players can maybe get some use of, which is the objective bounties. But at this point, it's kind of hard to even push
as we see Boltardin go in as the showstopper does come out, but he takes it on the tower, but the Chrono Break does come in doing a lot of damage. The Conqueror gets pot, and Yune takes another kill! 5-1 and 15 for Yune. Immortal, Mandate, Putrefier, Yune coming out here with the MVP performance. 5-1 and 5. I want to see the damage stats for this Nami at the end of this game, taking all of these kills. 8-1 and 8 on the Lucian, 5-1 and 6 on the Echo. Everybody's fed on the team. Everybody gets kills as we see the culling does come out from the Lucian, and the Lucian does so much damage. Gets a double kill. Doesn't even so much damage. It's just culling, dash, auto attack, dash, auto. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, Yune's Mandate did.
As we see Boltex fan taking a lot of damage. The flash coming out from Coaster Trap for the stun. As we see Boltardin following, and we see the flash. Boltardin still chasing, doing so much damage, but the Umbro does come out, and Boltardin goes on a killing spree. 6-1 and 6 with a 300 gold bounty. Apologies, Honest. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, this is fun. They are all killing each other all the time. I mean, the killing is mostly on the HH side, which is a bit unfortunate. One thing you can see is Lucian almost have 3 items, and the Kaisa doesn't even have a stacked Maramune yet. And Joe is just 1v1 in the
Joe is just... Joe's at the point where he can 1v1 people, and Boltardin just comes in and finishes the kill. As we see Cheese Epic walk into the Lucian. Oh, the facebreaker does come out from Cheese Epic though. The W does come out. Charmander manages to kill midway. Cheese Epic before, as we see the... We're at 36 kills.
It's... Yeah, and 30 of them is from HH Academy.
Yeah.
They're putting on a show for us tonight.
Indeed.
Oh, let's see if Bottom Text Fan can steal this Drake. Sorry, Nashor.
Oh, Bottom Text Fan.
Will he redeem himself? Come on, little Rek'Sai.
Oh, I was gonna say, if Bottom Text Fan stole Baron, I would have tier 3 subbed to Valence League channel. But he didn't go for it.
Yeah, sadly. That would be the redemption arc for Bottom Text Fan.
Honestly, that for the Rek'Sai game he's having, he's not had the best of the games, but he could have redeemed himself right there, right then. As we see the package now for Britannia, I wonder what he's going to do with it. There's not a lot he can do right now, I don't think.
Wave clear package, I guess, maybe?
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, to be honest. 1 minute 40 until Elder Drake. Coming at about 28-40, this Elder Drake. It's going to be key for both teams. They're going to want to fight for this.
Okay, Bottom Text Fan, we believe in you.
And the pop comes in, it's just a light thing and some auto attacks. As we see the package does get used. Charmander Nerd is staying alive. The healing's coming up from the Nami and keeping it very, very, very top. As we see Motor goes in and talks to after the Stand United as the double kill does come out from... Oh! I have not seen that interaction before.
I think Boltardin just ulted right when he landed.
No, even that is the turret shot as well.
Yeah. Perfect.
As we see the burrows get destroyed now, as we see the march towards the Nexus turrets. 3 seconds for the Kaiser.
And it looks like HH Academy will send us to
as we
sleep
see
very early.
MJA run under the tower. Gets killed by Coaster Trap Ace in 27 minutes. As Boltardin just gets another kill, turn 1 and 10, 41 and 10 on the Lucian. That's 2-0 for Hentai Haven Academy.
Yep, that was certainly one of the games ever
That
played.
was a game?
Yep.
Huh. A lot of damage, huh? Hang on, I'm going to quickly look at the damage.
Yeah, that's almost 26,000 from Charmander Nerd, 21,000 from Boyle.
20k damage from the set.
Yeah, the set was trying his hardest, even though he did die a lot, he was also doing a lot of damage. But yeah, I mean, a bit unfortunate from Esports Wales. Hopefully they can pick it up for the next games. One thing you gotta say, they definitely played one of the better teams in Division 4, so maybe they can pick it up. It was definitely not an easy opponent to come against in Division 4. As we said before, Hentai Haven Academy, a lot of veterans on their team, and I believe we'll have an interview with the victorious top laner, Motor Joe, in a second.
I'll be honest, he just turned up.
Yeah, and he's here. The man, the myth, the legend.
Hello there.
Hello there, General Kenobi.
Finally, someone knows it.
How are you? Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm fine. Was a chill game, you know.
Chill. chill is what. Yeah, chill for you guys, I guess.
I mean, I don't know about the others. I was chilling. They were killing everybody all over the place.
One thing I do want to ask, though, when you were against the set in the first game as the Gragas, where was the Bramble Rush?
Let's just say I did like the creators of Game of Thrones Season 8 and kind of forgot.
Oh, yeah. They go those kind of forgot.
Like, Dan kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet. I kind of forgot about the Bramble.
True.
Yeah, so Esports Wales, the first game of the season, how did it feel to finally be back after a bit of a break?
Oh, yeah, it feels great to be back in top lane. Mid lane, so much is happening all the time, and now I can just sit there and be a tonk again. And just channel people sometimes.
Wet noodle fighting coming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so first game out of the way, how are you looking at the rest of the split? What are your plans with HH Academy? What are you aiming for?
I mean, we gotta win it, right? I think our team's strong enough, and these guys are absolutely amazing, so we should definitely win the split.
Your bot lane.
Okay, so aiming high.
Yeah, of course.
Your bot lane.
As long as I don't int, these guys should make us win this. So I just gotta not int.
Your bot lane were absolutely phenomenal. Yune, I think for me is your team's MVP for the series.
Yeah, definitely. Yune landing the bubbles, having everyone's number with the bubbles.
Yeah, those were really fun. Just gotta stop Ball from playing Echo in a way when he doesn't have ult, that he plays like he has ult. Apart from that, we got that.
Well, it's not a Division 4 without some inting. That's
what we got
not forget.
Yeah, but apart from that, I'm looking forward to the matchup with Kali, because he was rated above me in the power rankings, and I should prove that that's not correct.
And that's, I believe, week 6. So that's a fair bit away from us. 28th February, people, mark the date. 2 of the best top laners in the power rankings facing each other. Yeah, so what's Dashi, any questions from your side?
Yeah, I really liked your comps. The comp you had game 1, and I really like. If I had to put your comps side by side, game 1 and game 2, I really preferred the first game. What were your ideas comp wise before you went into each game? I guess don't leak strats, but like, what were you thinking of? Are you going for like a very protection focused comp? Are you going a very damage heavy focused comp? Hit them early, hit them hard, or were you going for a?
I mean, I think we just go for well-rounded. So I think we have a pretty good read on the current meta, and we just want to pick what's strong, and we want to also pick what we're comfortable on. But I think these two coincide quite well at the moment. So as long as there's not a massive meta shift, we should be doing good. Yeah.
It's really good, and yeah, your like I said, your bot lane playing very, very insane. Is there anything they can't do? What advice would you give to teams what advice would you give to teams playing against Yune?
I don't know, stand at tower FF15. They're just too good.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, I think one of the things I said was ban enchanters, ban every enchant.
every enchanter in the game, yeah, doesn't matter. They'll just play something else and still win.
Well, Maybe,
also have
maybe
to
we'll-
mention, because Coaster Trap told me, I don't get to do the interview unless I mention it. He's won a Switch today, so congrats to him.
he won a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, with a Snorlax on it.
Oh, that's so cool!
Nice.
Oh, that's really cool. I want to see a picture of it.
Yeah,
Congrats to
Snorlax basically
Coaster.
looks like me playing top lane. Just so
Right. Well, congratulations to you for your first series. 1 series, 1 win, 1-0 in this first split of the year.
looking forward to it. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck in the coming games, and we will slowly be closing out this series. Thanks, HH, for letting us go to sleep early.
Thanks for having me.
I'm working tomorrow, so
I'm
that's
in the lab.
really nice.
I'm working tomorrow as well.
Yeah,
So that you've got us an early night.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what we do, right? We win quick or we lose quick. We'll see. I'm still hoping to go 14-0, but because I want to be spicy. It's the first interview of the season. Gotta be spicy. 14-0 incoming, boys.
The duality of man right here, right now.
Yeah, we will hold you to that. If you int, I will let you know. I'll see it. I'll call you out on your bullshit if you int.
Okay.
Anyhow,
You're gonna be calling him out next week, then, no?
True.
I'm joking, mate. They're good, really good. I really like your show.
Yeah, nice games.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for having us, guys.
So, to everyone watching, keep an eye out. Division 2 and Division 1 are starting on Thursday, and they will be streamed here as well. And once again, shout out to ProComps, our sponsor. Check them out. Level up your drafting. Some VL teams could definitely use that. No one in particular, but some.
You hear that, Motor Joe?
No, their draft were fine. Their draft were fine. So yeah. I think that's all from me. If you boys have anything to say.
Apparently IA's top had 600 ping.
Oh, that's unlucky.
But you know.
But yeah, that will be all from me. Thanks, Dashi. Thanks, Joe, for coming in for the interview, and thanks, Blaze, for making it all possible, being our man behind the computer, behind the stream. So see you everyone on Thursday.
Yeah. See ya.